You spoke about your old man before, Chris. Take us back to the early memories of cricket. We've got some photos here, but we need to point out you did have a baggy green in your hand there at some stage.
What was he doing there, putting an Australian cap on?
That's bad parenting. Right there.
There's the Duncan Fernley.
Yeah, that's my first bat, the old Duncan Fernley. Actually, Duncan Fernley himself, because my dad used it, made that for me, so it's very special. Now my 3-year-old daughter's got it herself, so it's like...
But being down in the rooms and being a part of that England side as a young child, what memories do you have of that?
Very inspiring in a way. You know, you grow up around cricket grounds. I always think of Trent Bridge, where I grew up. My dad played for Nottinghamshire, so it was always those lunch breaks and tea breaks where I'd sprint out to the outfield and be playing. And when I'd watch a bit of cricket, and then I'd go and play underneath the scoreboard and use the bins as wickets. And I just loved that feeling of watching cricket and then go and play it. Because I think cricket's one of those games, as soon as you feel that feeling of hitting the ball in the middle of the bat, or you take a catch, or you get a wicket, even if you're bowling at a dustbin, that's the joy in the game. And as soon as you feel that, that's when you fall in love with it.
I remember your dad in that Ashes series out here, it felt like his bat was bigger than it should have been. It felt like it was too broad. It felt like it was sort of breaking all sorts of rules. We couldn't get it past any of his edges that year. He's had a magnificent series, and he went on to be an ICC match referee, of course, so he's continuing to commit to the game. Have you run foul of your old man as he's been a ref and you've been a player?
I got unlucky once, yeah. So he could never do our games because he was never allowed to do England games.
Right.
And COVID hit and they couldn't travel, so he ended up doing our games. And I got Yazir Shah out at Old Trafford, and I politely just told him where the pavilion was. He might not know where it was. He hit me for 6, I got him out, and I said, look, it's sort of over there if you want to find it. And in test matches, you get fined if you're caught swearing audibly on the camera, or you're seen to do it. And none of that happened, but the stump mic picked up. Oh, no. Just one guy, I think, in Dubai had heard me say it on the stump mic. And my dad laid this charge to me, whatever it was, like 15% or something. So I had to sign it. And I signed it. As I signed, I just said to him, look, I'm not buying you a birthday or Christmas. Absolutely no way.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.